I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it atop my own head. I'm not built like other men. Those in power only see me as a brute, unfit for higher office.
Napoleon Bonaparte's life has always fascinated historians and audiences alike, and now his story is being brought to the big screen in a grand, epic cinematic portrayal. The film captures the rise of one of history's most iconic figures, from his humble beginnings in Corsica to his meteoric ascent as Emperor of France. At the heart of the story is Napoleon's relentless ambition, his genius in military strategy, and his complex personal life, which intertwines power, love, and the burdens of destiny. The narrative explores both the public and private dimensions of Napoleon, showing not only the grand battles and political maneuvers that defined Europe during his era, but also the intimate relationships that shaped his character and decision-making. This cinematic adaptation seeks to provide a nuanced portrayal, avoiding the common caricature of Napoleon as either a tyrant or a hero. Instead, it delves into the human side of the man who would leave an indelible mark on European history. His intellect, strategic foresight, and unparalleled ambition are contrasted against his insecurities, intense personal rivalries, and moments of vulnerability. The story emphasizes the tension between his personal desires and the monumental expectations placed upon him by history, society, and his own ambitions. By focusing on these dimensions, the film promises a rich, multi-layered narrative that appeals to history enthusiasts and general audiences alike. Casting plays a crucial role in bringing such a legendary figure to life. The lead actor portraying Napoleon delivers a performance that captures both the magnetic charisma and the intense drive of the French general. His physical transformation, commanding presence, and emotional depth allow the audience to engage with Napoleon, not just as a historical figure, but as a living, breathing character with complex motivations. The supporting cast, portraying key figures such as Josephine, the devoted yet politically astute woman who captured Napoleon's heart, and various political and military figures, adds further depth, highlighting the web of alliances, betrayals, and relationships that defined his life. The visual storytelling of the film is another standout element. Epic battle sequences are meticulously choreographed to convey the scale, intensity, and strategy of Napoleon's campaigns. The filmmakers employ advanced cinematography techniques to capture the chaos and precision of war, from the sweeping vistas of European battlefields to the intimate close-ups of commanders issuing orders under immense pressure. Each scene is designed to immerse the viewer in the experience, making them feel the stakes and intensity of historical conflicts. Beyond the battlefield, lavish set designs, authentic period costumes, and carefully constructed historical environments transport viewers to early 19th century Europe, enhancing the authenticity and richness of the film's world. The relationship between Napoleon and Josephine forms a central emotional arc of the story. Their love is depicted as passionate, complicated, and at times strained by political ambition and personal challenges. Josephine's influence on Napoleon is significant, shaping both his personal life and public image. Their correspondence, intimate moments, and conflicts are woven into the narrative, offering insight into the private world of a public figure whose life was dominated by ambition and duty. This romantic dimension provides a counterbalance to the film's political and military focus, making the story more relatable and emotionally resonant for the audience. Historical accuracy is a key consideration, with the film striving to maintain fidelity to the real events of Napoleon's life while still crafting a compelling cinematic narrative. Major campaigns, such as his Italian and Egyptian expeditions, are portrayed with attention to detail, including troop movements, tactical decisions, and the political implications of his victories and defeats. The filmmakers also highlight critical turning points in his career, including the coup of 1799, the establishment of the French Empire, and the eventual decline of his power. By grounding the story in historical reality, the film provides both entertainment and education, offering audiences a window into the turbulent period of Napoleonic Europe. Music and sound design are integral to the film's impact, enhancing both the emotional and dramatic intensity of key scenes. A sweeping orchestral score underlines the grandeur of Napoleon's campaigns and the epic scope of his life, while quieter, more intimate compositions accompany personal moments, such as conversations with Josephine or reflections on his ambitions. Sound effects are carefully layered to convey the chaos of battle, the tension of political intrigue, and the everyday life of early 19th century France. Together, these elements create a fully immersive sensory experience that draws viewers deeply into the narrative. The film also explores Napoleon's complex political relationships, both within France and across Europe. Allies, rivals, and enemies are depicted in a manner that highlights the intricacies of diplomacy, power struggles, and personal ambition. Figures such as Talleyrand, Marat, and other influential contemporaries are portrayed not only as historical players, but as multidimensional characters with their own motivations and conflicts. This approach emphasizes that Napoleon's success and failures were not solely the result of his own actions, but were shaped by the broader network of personalities, loyalties, and rivalries that defined the era. While the grandeur of Napoleon's public life is central to the narrative, the film does not shy away from the darker aspects of his character and reign. His authoritarian tendencies, the consequences of his military campaigns, and the human cost of his ambition are all acknowledged. Civilian hardships, battlefield casualties, and political machinations are portrayed with a sense of realism, adding moral complexity to the story. The filmmakers balance admiration for Napoleon's achievements with a critical lens, providing a more nuanced and complete portrait than typical heroic or villainous depictions. The film's visual style blends traditional cinematic techniques with innovative approaches to storytelling. Sweeping aerial shots capture the scale of Napoleon's campaigns, while intimate close-ups reveal the emotional and psychological stakes of critical decisions. Slow-motion sequences, dynamic camera movements, and carefully timed editing emphasize key moments in battle and personal interactions. Lighting and color palettes are used to convey mood and atmosphere, distinguishing between the opulence of imperial courts, the starkness of military campaigns, and the intimacy of private encounters. This meticulous attention to visual composition ensures that each frame contributes meaningfully to the narrative and emotional impact. In addition to historical and emotional storytelling, the film incorporates moments of philosophical reflection. Napoleon is portrayed as a thinker as well as a soldier, reflecting on the nature of power, destiny, and leadership. These moments provide depth to his character and invite the audience to engage with the broader themes of ambition, legacy, and human nature. Through his reflections, viewers gain insight into the internal conflicts and motivations that drove one of history's most ambitious figures, allowing for a more profound understanding of both the man and his era. The production design emphasizes authenticity, from historically accurate military uniforms and weaponry to detailed reconstructions of key locations, such as Paris, the French countryside, and European battlefields. Art direction pays close attention to architectural and cultural details, ensuring that each setting feels grounded in the early 19th century. Costume design further enhances character development with uniforms, gowns, and everyday attire reflecting social status, personality, and the changing dynamics of power. This level of detail reinforces the film's immersive quality and contributes to the storytelling by visually communicating the stakes and context of each scene. Napoleon's strategic genius is a major focus, highlighting his innovative approaches to warfare, logistics, and leadership. Campaigns are depicted with clarity, showing how he leveraged speed, surprise, and tactical ingenuity to achieve victories against numerically superior forces. The film also addresses his failures, such as the disastrous Russian campaign, offering insight into the limits of his ambition and the consequences of overreach. By presenting both triumphs and setbacks, the narrative provides a balanced assessment of Napoleon's military legacy and reinforces the human dimension of his story. Dialogue and scriptwriting play a critical role in conveying both historical context and emotional nuance. Conversations are crafted to reveal character, political intrigue, and personal relationships without relying on exposition alone. The interplay of rhetoric, persuasion, and conflict reflects the intellectual and emotional sophistication of the era, allowing audiences to engage with complex historical events in a natural and compelling way. The script balances moments of tension, humor, and reflection, ensuring that the pacing remains dynamic while maintaining narrative cohesion. The film's release has generated significant anticipation, with early screenings highlighting its combination of historical fidelity, cinematic spectacle, and strong performances. Audiences and critics alike have praised the lead actor's portrayal, noting the ability to convey Napoleon's intensity, vulnerability, and commanding presence. The production scale, from massive battle scenes to intimate, courtly moments, has been highlighted as a key strength, offering a cinematic experience that is both grand and deeply human. Marketing materials emphasize the film's epic scope, historical drama, and emotional resonance, promising a compelling story that appeals to diverse audiences. Through its portrayal of Napoleon's life, the film invites reflection on broader themes of ambition, leadership, and legacy. His story serves as a lens through which viewers can explore the dynamics of power, the impact of individual decisions on history, and the interplay between personal desire and public duty. The narrative encourages audiences to consider not only the historical significance of Napoleon's actions, but also their relevance to contemporary discussions of leadership, morality, and the consequences of ambition. By combining historical drama with emotional storytelling, the film achieves a balance that is both entertaining and intellectually engaging. The cinematography emphasizes contrast between grandeur and intimacy, reflecting the dual nature of Napoleon's life as both a public figure and a private individual. Monumental moments of victory, ceremony, and political maneuvering are counterbalanced by introspective scenes, private correspondence, and personal reflection. This approach ensures that the story remains grounded in human experience even as it portrays historical spectacle, making the narrative relatable while maintaining epic scope. Audiences are invited to witness both the larger-than-life achievements and the personal struggles that define Napoleon's journey. Special effects and post-production techniques are employed to enhance realism and dramatic impact without overshadowing the story. Battle scenes are augmented with digital effects that maintain historical authenticity while conveying the chaos and intensity of warfare. Period-appropriate landscapes, crowds, and urban environments are rendered with precision, ensuring a cohesive visual experience. Sound design, editing, and color grading work together to create a consistent tone, immersing viewers fully in the era and heightening the emotional resonance of key moments. The film also engages with Napoleon's intellectual and political legacy, exploring how his reforms, governance, and vision for France reshaped the nation and influenced the broader European landscape. Legal, administrative, and educational initiatives are depicted alongside military campaigns, highlighting the multifaceted nature of his influence. By integrating these elements into the narrative, the film presents a comprehensive picture of Napoleon as a figure whose impact extended beyond the battlefield, shaping institutions, societies, and ideas that resonate long after his time. Ultimately, the story of Napoleon is one of ambition, power, love, and human complexity. The film captures the essence of a man driven by extraordinary vision and determination, portraying both the triumphs and the costs of his actions. By blending historical accuracy, emotional depth, and cinematic spectacle, the film offers a portrait that is as intellectually engaging as it is visually captivating. Viewers are invited to witness the rise and fall of a figure whose life continues to inspire fascination, debate, and reflection, providing a compelling exploration of history, character, and the human spirit.